Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm super excited to share with you a collaboration project for Simon Says Stamp STAMPtember event. This is a Sweet and Sassy and Simon Says Stamp collaboration stamp set. It's called Have Faith. I love the florals in here, and with fall in the air, I thought we'd make a fun sunflower card with a twist on our card base. And we're going to jump in and do a little bit of stamping. There's some beautiful faith-based sentiments in here, along with some greenery and also some beautiful florals. But I'm partial to the sunflower, fall's in the air, so we're going to create a card with a couple of these sunflowers. I'm going to stamp the sunflower in our image with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and we're going to create a couple of these beautiful flowers. And then I have some green leaves. We'll also stamp a few sets of these. I'm going to stamp the greeting that says Have Faith. Also, the markers that I'm going to be using are these for your reference. And I'm going to zoom in, play a little bit of music while I color, and when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. My coloring is all done. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors, and we're going to fussy cut out our greeting, all of our greenery, and our florals. Once my images are all fussy cut out, I'm going to go in behind each one of them, and we're going to add a little bit of dimension by using some Simon Says Stamp 3D foam squares. So we have foam squares behind all of our elements. I'm going to put these off to the side, and now we're going to work on our card base. We're going to create a special card base today. To create my card base, I wanted to create like a window blind look. To do that, I'm using some Simon Says Stamp clear acetate sheets. These are 5.5 by 8.5 inch sheets. So what I did was just took one of these sheets and I trimmed it down the middle. So we have a A2 panel. And then we have our card base, which is a top folding A2 size card base. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, trim off my card base at the 5-inch mark. So we have a 1/2 inch flap at the very top. Okay, and then keeping this panel in my paper trimmer, I'm going to cut this panel into 1/2 inch increments. So we have our card base that looks kind of funny, and we have a whole bunch of 1/2 inch strips. Now while we have our trimmer out, I'm going to bring in a piece of dark gray cardstock. I'll place this in, and I'm going to trim this at at every 5/8 of an inch. Now we have 1/2 inch strips with white cardstock, 5/8 of an inch strip with dark gray cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and take my acetate. We're going to open up the flap of our, what used to be our card base. I'm going to use my tape runner and we're going to add some adhesive to this upper flap. I'll take my piece of acetate and we are going to line it up just underneath the score line, and then we're going to tack it down. Now I have a little bit of overhanging on the top and the bottom. I'll bring back my trimmer and we're going to even this out. So now we have an acetate over the front of our window. Okay, we are going to take our 1/2 inch strips and we're going to go ahead and add adhesive, and we're going to layer them, one on the very bottom, and then we are going to just start adding strips. And what I like to do is go from bottom to top, kind of evenly spacing them. Now that we have our strips adhered, this middle one is a little bit wider, and that's okay. We're going to actually put our flowers on here, but if you wanted to evenly space these out perfectly, you very well could. I'm going to open up my card, flip it around, and although this doesn't look so bad on the inside, I do want to clean it up a little bit and add some of our darker strips. So we're going to do the same thing, but on the inside of the card. Starting at the very bottom, we'll just line this up, and then I'll take my next strip. Next strip is going to be lined up all along the bottom of each one of these. We're just basically covering up those white strips, and we're also cleaning up the inside, so when you open it up, it's going to be nice and neat on the inside of our card. So this is what the inside looks like, and when you close it, we have some extra detail stripes on the very front. I need a home to put my flowers on, so for that I'm using the C&CT Stamp Thin Frames die set. I'm going to use the circle here, and I'm going to die cut out the thin circle, the thin frame with white cardstock, and then the outline with yellow. So I will run both of these through my die cut machine and I'll be right back. Our circles are die cut. I'm going to go ahead and take my glue. We're going to add a thin bead around our frame here. And then we're going to place this on our circle. Now my circle is going to go in the center of my card base, and when I adhere this, I'm just going to add adhesive to the cardstock area. This way it keeps the inside nice and clean. So we'll add some glue and we will tack this down right in the center. This way when you open it up, we still have some clean lines and we don't have no messy glue behind here. Okay, we're going to add our sunflowers. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my greeting. I am going to flip this around. I'm going to add one more foam square behind here, so it's just a little bit higher. And then we can remove the release paper off of our greenery. And we will do a little tucking. So once we have all of our flowers and our greenery adhered, we're going to add some bells and whistles. I'm going to be using some of the PinkFresh Ombre glitter drops. So we have some sequins on the front of our card, and I did make sure that they were on, when I adhered my sequins, that they were on the white strips on the front. Now we're going to finish this card off with a little bit of dimension using some Nuvo crystal drops. I'm going to add some polka dots to the flower centers. And that will finish off my card today using the stamp set collaboration from Sweet and Sassy Stamps and Simon Says Stamp. Happy Stamptember to you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.